5,000 years ago, an urban network flourished along the Indus River, building gridded cities across an area larger than France and Germany combined. And then, after nearly 2 millennia of stability, the people walked away, leaving their metropolises to the desert. The ruins they left behind are a study in precision. Archaeologists have unearthed perfectly straight street grids, advanced kilns for mass-producing bricks, and a system of stone weights that was standardized across thousands of miles. Yet these cities have no palaces, no monuments to individual rulers, and a script that remains entirely unread. This silence created a historical vacuum. For over a century, scholars debated the identity of these people, trying to determine if they were a colony of migrants from the Middle East or if they had been eradicated by a sudden foreign invasion. The resolution to these debates began with the application of high-resolution climate modeling and advanced genome sequencing to the surviving remains. We are no longer relying on artistic interpretation or historical anecdotes. By analyzing ancient DNA and decoding specific astronomical notations, we are reconstructing the life and movement of South Asia's oldest civilization through hard data. The first definitive map of their ancestry came from a study out of Harvard Medical School. Researchers successfully extracted and sequenced the genome of a single woman buried at the city of Rocky Gari. This maps early Eurasian populations. Compared to the Indus Valley, there's a distinct gap. This woman's DNA lacked steppe or Anatolian ancestry. Instead, early Iranian-related groups and Southeast Asian hunter-gatherers combined, creating a stable, local demographic that pioneered agriculture independently. These results indicate that the Harappans were a locally evolved civilization, developing their urban culture and technology independently of their neighbors to the west. Their engineering capabilities emerged early. Fresh radiocarbon dates from the perimeter walls of Mohenjo-Daro indicate these massive mud brick fortifications were constructed centuries earlier than previously estimated. On Kadir Island, the city of Dolavira provides a fascinating case study in surviving where water was incredibly scarce. Surrounded by seasonal streams and saline desert, the city had no access to a permanent river. To maintain a city here, they built an intricate hydraulic network. They used check dams and cascading channels to divert monsoonal runoff into 16 massive stone-lined reservoirs, ensuring they captured every drop of seasonal rain for year-round use. This civilization thrived by prioritizing decentralized water security and strictly zoned urban planning over the construction of grand monuments or military fortifications. The most persistent challenge in understanding this society lies in their script, which appears on thousands of small, handheld artifacts. These artifacts are typically small stone seals. They bear a short sequence of cryptic symbols, positioned directly above an animal, like a unicorn or bull. New research extending the work of scholars like Asko Parpala suggests these are not letters of a phonetic alphabet. Instead, the script appears to function as a highly compact system of astronomical notation. This notation maps the moon and planets against the 27 nakshatra stations, the lunar mansions of Indian astronomy. These seals were personal records of a celestial configuration, allowing individuals to carry a verified map of the stars at their birth. While other ancient cultures wrote of royal conquest, the Harappans filled their records with the movements of the sky, demonstrating a society organized around the cycles of cosmic time. The archaeological evidence gathered from these ruins finally clarifies why these cities were abandoned, finding no evidence of the burn layers or mass casualties that would signal a violent invasion. The actual cause of the urban collapse was a shift in global weather patterns. Over several centuries, the monsoons that fed the Indus and its tributaries began to weaken and shift eastward. As the rivers dried up or became seasonal, the specialized infrastructure of the megacities, the massive reservoirs and gridded drainage, became a liability rather than an asset. Excavations at peripheral sites like Thilis show a clear trail of migration. The population moved toward the more humid Ganga-Yamuna Doab, abandoning their concentrated urban centers in favor of smaller, more flexible village settlements. This was a strategic retreat. The civilization adapted by decentralizing, trading its grand urban architecture for the resilience of rural life. This chart tracks how the Harappan genetic signature persisted. As they migrated, their lineage mixed with regional hunter-gatherers and other groups, eventually forming the two primary ancestral populations of the modern subcontinent. Their intellectual traditions also survived this transition. The lunar mansion tracking system recorded on those ancient seals remains the functional core of modern Jyotisha astronomy. The Harappan lineage remains present in the DNA of billions of people in modern South Asia, where their ancient traditions of astronomical tracking still shape the cultural and ritual rhythms of life today. To continue exploring the data and the science currently decoding the ancient world, subscribe to the channel.